shoot out in the test center, shoot out in the test center, and then he looked at me with like a devastating look, like this can't be really happening. And then
Gunfire inside the Cummins plant in Seymour sent employees running for the exits.
2 people, a worker and a manager, are dead tonight from what police call a murder-suicide. The victim just identified as 49-year-old Ward Edwards and the gunman as 37-year-old Ing Chen. An employee of a storage company across the street shared with us exclusive pictures of the moments just after those shootings. No officers with guns drawn are seen here running right toward the building.
The company sent workers home after this morning's evacuation and police investigation at that Cummins engine plant. Again, it is located in Seymour. Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk on who pulled the trigger and what employees say they witnessed. Rich?
John, the plant and technical center is shut down. Workers were sent home for the day, sent home for the weekend after starting out their days running for their lives. Hours after the shootings, workers left the Cummins factory and technical center looking shaken and shocked.
I can't imagine. I just can't imagine this happening.
It happened in an office area on the 2nd floor. Jan Poole was close enough to hear the gunshots.
People were running for the doors and trying to get out.
The company's own security team sounded the alarm. Elijah Brown heard the radio call.
it said shoot out in the test center, shoot out in the test center, and then he looked at me with like a devastating look, like this can't be really happening. And then that's when everything just went all crazy, and they started telling us to get out, run as far as you can away from the place.
He took pictures as 700 workers fled the facility and poured into the nearby streets and parking lots. Seymour, Columbus, and state police SWAT teams arrived ready for battle, not knowing how many shooters might be waiting. They found 2 men dead on the 2nd floor, an apparent murder-suicide. As a precaution, officers spent hours searching the building for additional suspects. They found none. Seymour's police chief is sharing few details.
It's still a very in-depth scene and investigation process.
Later, police followed 2 tow trucks carrying away 2 cars from the company parking lot. Although company officials aren't discussing the circumstances of the shooting.
And it was an employee and a manager. It's an isolated incident. We're not going to get into details.
Mills calls it a difficult time for everyone. The facility is closed. Employees say they were told to go home, take care of themselves, and take care of their families. Right now, police are continuing their investigation into the death of Ward Edwards and Quing Chen. We are told they are searching their vehicles, searching Chen's apartment, which isn't far from the Seymour area. As far as the company is concerned, employees today actually praised the company, saying they've had drills, emergency scenarios that have been run through the plant, run through the technical center, so that when the alarm sounded this morning, John, they knew what to do. They knew where to go, which was get out any way they could.
All right, thank you. Rich Van Wyk reporting from Seymour tonight. Indiana Governor Mike Pence issued a statement about the shooting. He says, "Our hearts go out to the family of the victim of this senseless act of violence at the Cummins plant in Seymour earlier today. We commend local law enforcement for their swift response to this incident."